Good morning. So, with the earlier than usual change of weather, we've been getting low 40s lately. Decided to build a greenhouse and move all my ultra sensitive tropicals in here. We're talking the soursop's, miracle berries, mamey sapotes, wax jamboos, of course. But I wanted to talk about the construction of a greenhouse. This particular greenhouse that I've got here is built using galvanized metal pipes. These are 1-inch pipes. The back is about 11 foot high, front is 10 foot high. It is at a slope, so when it rains it should drain nicely. But the pipes themselves, this setup is relatively cheap. We got all our pipes from a local flea market, but I would imagine your Lowe's, Home Depot would have them. These come in sections of 10 foot. We got them for like $8 per 10 foot section. So overall bill of cost, including the connector joints, just for the frame alone, I want to say it was about $140 or so. And then the plastic for the greenhouse is about $60 at your local big box store. But I wanted to show you, speaking of plastic, not all plastic is created equal. Don't mind me, that's just a neighbor's dog. So check it out. This is it says clear. This is also clear, but this is one from Lowe's. It's not clear. This is the one I got from Home Depot. It is clear. So if able to, make sure you open the box and make sure it's clear. So I wanted to show you the position that I've got the greenhouse. It's about 15 feet long, 11 feet high, and 4 feet wide. But the position I've got the greenhouse in is sandwiched between my property and the neighbor's property. It's about just 6 inches off of the wall. And if you look back there within the wall, you'll see a couple ventilation holes there. Basically, anytime those are laundry ventilation holes. So anytime we do laundry, it keeps the plants nice and warm due to the exhaust that's coming out of the vents. Just a note on the greenhouse. Daytime, we prop it open. Nighttime, we of course close it. This makes a very tight seal. By keeping it open, it also allows the pollinators to do their things. I've got Namdok mangoes, Karen mangoes in there that are flowering. So yeah, tropicals, they don't really care what season it is. It's going to do its thing. If you notice, none of the leaves, the foliage is touching the side of the greenhouse, the actual plastic. And you want that. Otherwise, the foliage that touches the plastic when it gets cold will suffer some damage. I do have a little portable heater in there. This is more than enough to heat up the entire place. I tested it last night. It took about maybe 15 minutes to bring the temperature up by 10-15 degrees in here alone. So on cold nights, I'm just gonna have it on a heater, on a timer. So I wanted to talk about the temperature differences in general. Without the heater, it's generally about 10 degrees warmer inside there. Got another greenhouse here. This is more like the seedling greenhouse. Because this is out in the open, it's just about 5 degrees warmer than the surrounding air. But for the purpose of what I'm using this for, this is more than sufficient. So the cool thing with greenhouse is, especially my setup is, when the light comes, when the sun shines on it, which usually happens at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it lasts till about 2 o'clock. Due to the refraction of the light, all angles of the tree actually gets some sunlight. there was a study done with some citrus farmers where when they cover their crops using anti-pest mesh coverings, they actually produce more fruits just because the photons are bouncing around the mesh and then hitting all the surfaces of the tree. So in many ways, even though it's only getting 5 hours worth of direct sunlight, it's more efficient in terms of the lights bouncing off of the foliage. And of course, with my setup, what I'm going to do is when I need to water these guys, I'm just going to water it and then just pump out the water. It's not a big deal for me. So yeah, that is it. I mean, again, this is relatively cheap. I mean, I think I spent maybe $190 total just on bill of costs. Just one note though, don't cheap out on the tape. Just get a nice set of 3M tape. This is very heavy duty tape. Otherwise, I mean, this is what's holding your greenhouse together. So, all right, that is it. Have a good morning.